everybody! Welcome back to Northernlion Plays Binding of Isaac AFTERBIRTH Plus. We've been, well, we haven't been playing that well, but we've been getting wins. There's a difference between playing well and winning, I suppose. Let's do Apollyon. We got a lot to do as Apollyon, including boss rush. If we got the money, honey, I got the time. DHDRJO7Z. I'm assuming that that's... I mean, you never know with this freaking game. I mean, am I right? Spent 3,000 hours in it. It's just a piece of garbage. That's a joke, of course. Mostly. How do you tell if that's the negative or the Polaroid? I'm gonna assume that that's the Polaroid, because how else would we get to the negative path without using like a self-sacrifice room? And I would like basically guarantee that we have not done that as any character on this save file, much less Apollyon. So I'm not too worried. We want to go negative path this time because it looks like we've already done the positive path. And you might be saying, NL, in episode, 461. We're not quite there yet. In episode 422, you went light side path. How do you not remember? I have to tell you, first off, that's extremely flattering. Secondly, your boy spends a lot of time in this office talking to himself. Videos bleed into each other. Days bleed into each other. Months and years sometimes bleed into each other in here. It's like being inside of the freaking hyperbolic chamber that Goku trains in. And I do believe it's hyperbolic, not hyperbaric, which is what David Duchovny puts his hand in the Zoolander series of... See, we're all very familiar with the Zoolander mythos. I really hope they make Zoolander Retribution. I hope they never actually make that. But I still somehow, like... I can't hate on that generation of actors, I really like Ben Stiller. Seems like Dan hates him. If you want to, I don't want to call out Dan necessarily, but he's always seemed like he plays affable characters, and even when he plays someone like White Goodman from Dodgeball, you kind of get the idea that he's having fun with it, when he's a jerk like in Heavyweights or in Happy Gilmore. For some reason, I don't know, maybe Dan, he did live in Los Angeles for 12 weeks 2 different times. Maybe he's got some Ben Stiller stories, some Stiller tales, if you will. I think I'm gonna take it. I shouldn't, except I took damage. So I think taking it was the right decision here. So that we can actually protect our deal with the devil chances, because I kinda screwed it up. We should not have taken that much damage, especially against Ragman, but that's fine. Anyway. Like, same with Will Ferrell. There was a period, I think Will Ferrell's considered, he's respected to some extent right now, but back in, like, 2008, a lot of people were like, I don't like Will Ferrell. I don't respect him. I respect him. Just seems like an affable guy. I'm gonna suck that item up. And I shouldn't have, perhaps. You could definitely make a case that I should have taken it, but I'm gonna do so anyway. It's weird how we have like an attachment or at least a preconceived notion of what an actor is like just based on their the roles that they play. Like, I'm trying to think, are there people in Hollywood that if I saw them on the street I would be like, oh, that guy's a dick? The answer is there probably shouldn't be. Just because someone played a terrible villain doesn't necessarily mean, I wouldn't go say hi to them. Like, I'm trying to think of examples here. Like, if we saw Bill Skarsgård, the guy who played Pennywise in the new It remake. Ironically, he's probably got people, walking over to him and going, dude, I loved your role. You knocked it out of the park. I don't think he's got too many people crossing the street. Then again, people might not recognize him quite as much outside of the makeup. I'm popping alges here just to give myself the best chance possible to stay alive. And I'm gonna wait till he jumps, and then gonna drop a bomb just to speed this up so alges will definitely last the whole fight. Or more probably last the whole fight. So damage kind of stinks. I'm actually not gonna use the bomb. I'm going to use the bomb. I really thought we were going to be able to make it work without using it. The bomb is sort of valuable, but... Okay, we probably want to take that. It's not bad. I want to take the little brim, so we should take the shovel as well, but I'll be the first to tell you. A little bit of a funky game plan here. I think we just... Oh, it worked. Oh, my lord. Okay. We're alive, but that was very scary. I think we want to suck that up. Ooh, please don't be a black market. Just be a good crawl space. I still stand by this being the right decision, but it's looking a little grimy here. Our DPS is the real problem, which is why I'm very tempted to actually suck up belly button, but allowing us to hold 2 trinkets could potentially be pretty nice. Okay, well, let's go peep this. I'm happy we have the shovel. The question really is whether or not it was worth... Thank you. Whether or not it was worth using our charge when we could have gotten a DPS upgrade. And also, I mean, it would have been better, of course, if we didn't step on the spikes, but I'm not sure there's any way to, like, painlessly swap items without stepping on the spikes. I kind of left it up to chance, and that was clearly, like, the super wrong decision. It's kind of a weird one here, because you're not supposed to pick up the D6 with Void. Can lead to some weird interactions. I don't necessarily think it's destructive, but I don't think it's a good choice necessarily. That being said, I'm gonna completely do it. So we'll suck that up, and I really have no idea. I think we just sucked up nothing. I think we re-rolled the active into a passive, sucked it up, and got nothing out of it, which is pretty, you know, that sucks. That's not great. Let's put 1 cent in here. We were looking for the re-roll. In theory, we could make a pretty good case for taking the battery, I guess. But let's save our money instead, because you never know. We might be buying Spirit Hearts out the wazoo. You know, this one started a little bit scarily. And really, the only thing that's given us a big DPS improvement at the present moment is the fact that we have Little Brim. Without Little Brim, we would be in a much, much scarier position. In fact, I would probably be angling towards a loss, I think. But now, we bought ourselves some time. You know what we did? We gave ourselves a gap year. People come up to me all the time. They go, NL, how can I be expected to know what I want to be for the rest of my life when I'm 17? This is a conceit for the purpose of this bit. No one has ever come up to me and said that. I only get a couple of different kinds of interactions when I'm recognized. There's 3 of them. One of them is... Hey, excuse me, are you NL? That's one. Another one I get, hey, Ryan? And I go, yes. And they go, hey, I watch your YouTube videos. And I go, okay, it's gonna be, you know, I'm not being served right now. Ooh, we should probably suck that up, even though it's not 10 out of 10 necessarily. But it won't even suck it up because of the D6. Right, okay, well, we'll see. And the other one is someone shouting an inside joke of mine at me from, like, across the street. Like, sometimes, and this doesn't happen all the time. I don't want to make it sound like every time I walk outside of my apartment, like, people are like, hey, egg, is a hot dog a sandwich? But, it does, especially at conventions sometimes, people will just, like, shout a joke at me. And it's fun, you know, I just wave and go, like, this is my life. This is my life, this is my life. You know, it's a song, it's a thing. Let's give this a chance. Nobody's ever coming up to me and being, hey, NL, what should I do with my life? And that's probably for the best. Dude, restock is a great get in this situation. Buy this. Check the secret room. That's a magic mush, 10 out of 10. Guaranteed, like I said. But yeah, you know, you can't really, when you go to college, your age may vary. Bob's Curse. Worth sucking up, for sure. But then again, we wouldn't have sucked it up, so maybe it's better to keep it this way. When you go off to college or university, if you go off to college or university, or you choose something to apprentice in, etc., etc., okie dokie. Oh my god! You idiot. That was actually just really stupid. So I just skipped the boss room. I don't know what... That's a rare form of mistake for me. It's just like complete idiocy. Well, you gotta own it, basically. Anyway, the overly... Hey, Wing Wang, thank you. The, one mistake deserves another, I suppose. What I'm trying to get at is, you know, we gave ourselves a gap year by getting Little Brim. You know, Mom and Dad are like, hey, you know, we'll cover your rent for a year. Just try to figure out what you want to do. And you're like, I will, even though nobody really knows what that means. Check out our room here. That doesn't mean we're safe forever. Even though, you know, at the dawn of a gap year, it might seem like that year's gonna last forever. No year does. Unless, I mean, honestly, it would be, like, terrifying if a year did last forever. That would be just... I can't even imagine the existential dread of knowing that a year is never gonna end, or not knowing that it's never gonna end and just living in it. It's like, you know, David Lynchian. Either way, though. So we get Sprinkler and we get Shovel. So there is an incentive to use this, not necessarily all the time, but if we could use it once per floor and maybe get a crawl space, it's worth something. We could probably use it twice per floor now. There may come a time when the Sprinkler's better. That time is not now. Unless occasional Holy Light shots, which are like, you know, 12 out of 10. Yeah, we're starting to do okay here. Could definitely use more, though. More everything, basically. Oh my god. That was, obviously we're not sucking that up. That was, Liberty Cap giving us Fat Mushroom, I think? Can't tell. So yeah, we gotta still find a way to get ahead of this run, and honestly, the way that we're probably gonna do that is related to the fact that we just picked up Cricket's Head, which is an awesome damage up for us. I don't see any Tinted Rocks. Been pretty lucky on consumables. Bob's Curse has showed up, which I appreciate. Plus, like, take it from me, why would I lie to you? The boss fight that we skipped, it was gonna be garbage. It was gonna be like Champion, Mega Fatty, and then he was gonna drop Pageant Boy, and if we tried to suck it up, it was actually going to give us... It was going to reduce our speed to 0.2. I've seen it all happen. We get another charge as soon as we leave, so we might as well pop this. Just wanted to share my pop secret with you. Actually, this is really good. The Eternal Heart is going to be very useful. Now we're fighting Mega Fatty, but, you know, this isn't a champion, so it's way better than if we fought him on the boss fight. And, actually, Sprinkler's going to be a lot better because of the fact that we got that damage upgrade as well. Although, still, like, not... The thing is, I want to use Apollyon... I want to use Void, rather. Ooh, we can get Mega Satan done here, which we definitely have not done. We want to use Void to get the best, like, passive run that we can get. Stacking up actives, it's the only thing I don't like about Void, and it's probably good for balance that it's a choice. Oh, that's gonna hurt. The only thing I don't like about Void is the fact that, we're basically stuck choosing to stack up awesome actives or stack up the chance for an amazing passive run by, you know, re-rolling items into stat upgrades. Unfortunately, it's hard to have your cake and eat it too there. God, I hate Are You a Wizard? Freaking stupid internet meme picture. Those dang meme pictures. Now I gotta spend 45 seconds every third run not being able to hit anything. Okay, obviously we want that. And, ooh, I mean, like, we're gonna get HP back immediately. But is it worth it? I think it is. Let's... I mean, like, Contract from Below is really good as well. It's a tough call. It's a tougher call than you'd think, at least. It might not be that tough, because Goathead is also amazing, but... So we're gonna keep Get Out of Jail Free. And if it seems like that's kind of, unnecessary, I want to remind you that there will probably come a point on every single character where we need to accomplish something annoying. Oftentimes, that's Mega Satan. So if we can get this whole Mega Satan nonsense taken care of before it becomes as annoying as it'll inevitably be, then I am very pleased to do so. Now, the other thing, by the way, and I normally, with Restock, the methodology that you want is pretty simple. You know, you're like, I'm gonna buy things from the shop. I'm gonna buy a bunch of items, especially if I get Steam sale. They're gonna be real cheap. We can get stacked. That is important. However, on a run like this, you know, HP not really our strong suit right now. We may want to consider just buying Spirit Hearts, and I think that that is fundamentally an okay thing to do. Also, if you ever step on one of those spikes, I'm disowning myself. No, you're gonna say, NL, that's not even, you know, you can't legally disown yourself. It would have extremely troubling implications in the field of law, you know, declaring bankruptcy and so on. I'm gonna do it. Try to stop me. It's a free country. Please blow up the skulls. You know, you got one and it paid out. I'm a happy camper. I don't like the expression happy camper. You would be fooled because I use it all the time. It's just because it has a certain sing-songiness to it that I kind of like. And it gives you a folksy nature, which can be valuable in building a moment, I think, you know? But I don't understand why campers are the #1 representative of happiness. Maybe it's because they're prone to sadness, homesickness, you know? Get a phone call from mom, that makes you a happy camper, maybe. It's plausible, I suppose. Apart from that, I can't really think of where that idiom conceivably could have come from. Or is it that campers are like the happiest people on Earth? Because I honestly don't... Oh, that was pretty bad. I honestly don't know the answer to that question. I've been camping. I've never been to camp, though. I listen to a lot of Camp Low, though. You know, you need to relax and dress low. Wait, you need to unwind and come low. Relax yourself and let the sugar love. Coolie High got you, boy. See, Lucchini's a much easier one to actually rap. Coolie High is, like, impossible. So I won't even try. Although I did entertain the thought temporarily. So we're on Dank Depths 1. We're about 2 minutes ahead of schedule. Just go, if you don't get that reference, here's your required listening. Camp Low, Uptown Saturday Night. You can skip a few of the tracks, but you gotta hit Lucchini. You gotta hit Coolie High. You gotta hit Black Nostalgic. And that's good enough. You know, those are gonna be on the quiz next week. I was ready for a Krampus fight, because Betrayal just sucks. So, I think we'll just take HP. Because we have time, I feel like I should look for a secret room. And that worked out very well. It's a little bit boring to just get HP, but also essential, I would say. And then beyond that, we need keys, because we really value and benefit from going to our item room in particular, but also shop with restock. Like, nothing wrong with that. Oh, this is a pretty solid get, actually. Plenty of bombs. Let's try. Can always escape down these portals if we have to. 2 keys. Okay, get the heck out of here. We still want to keep pace because boss rush is doable, but do we really want to do boss rush and Mega Satan in the same run? Possibly. In a way, I'm kind of like, why not? So this is ideal Steam sale. We didn't get Steam sale, but it would have been super good with restock. Still, if we're able to get keys for the next shop, we can make a lot of... We can pay dividends. Let's leave it at that. Alright, we can't fly permanently. What do we get in here? Holy water. Not particularly strong. Let's try to suck it up. I don't know what we're going to get. We got damage. And also an escape. Not worth taking the Hermit card. Just bounce. I think we're in a really, really good spot now. We got to keep pace, but apart from that, we're like... fairly well off. So this... We'd have 10 damage. I don't want... I'm always the guy... I don't complain that much. I find very little to complain about. Except in Isaac videos, it's always a topic for conversation, you know? Oh my lord. It's a topic for conversation. What does this run need? Well, I was complaining about damage earlier. Now our damage is sorted, so we're probably set, right? No, we're not. And the reason is... our rate of fire kind of sucks. I'm motivated by that, you know, there's always going to be a thorn in your side in life. You know, you gotta do what you can to minimize that thorn. Even with the knowledge that once you remove that thorn from your side, another thorn is going to appear, you know? There's always something to focus on. I think people are like, and I do this as well. Zero question about it. I think people are like, you know... oh, if I just had money, all my problems would disappear. People with money got problems. You think professional athletes aren't stressing out? They might be stressing out even more. I'm not saying they have a harder life, but that doesn't necessarily mean that, you know, we all know that a lot of stress is rational and a lot of it is irrational, right? If we could, I mean, we could re-roll that and that'd be fine. Same thing like, you know, I also believe... that I was gonna go down like a dark road. I was gonna say I don't believe that human beings are like hardwired to be happy. I don't mean that the way that it sounds. Just mean like, you know, keep in mind this is coming from someone with a bachelor's degree in biology. If you want to listen to like more intelligent people say this stuff, you should vet them first. I am a moron. I graduated with like a 3.2 GPA in an undergraduate program. I'm not qualified to say this stuff. My hunch is that like there's not too much in our evolutionary past. There wasn't that much value in being happy. You know, contentedness was probably good because give you time to appreciate what you had, I suppose. I mean, we'll start working towards Bookworm just because we don't need our money for anything else. We're not going to donate on this one just because we're moving faster than that is relevant, I guess. But you know, back in the day, what were the emotions that led to your survival? Probably, you know, like drive, passion, anger, stuff like that. I think we're gonna save our charge because we could suck up all the items on Boss Rush. You know, hunger. It's not really an emotion, but you get the idea. There's a caveman, you know, 300,000. Well, that's too long ago. There's a caveman 50,000 years ago. They're like, "How do you feel, Bill?" "I'm happy." That he's being weeded out. Someone hungrier than him is going to take his spot on the food chain. Now, I love the fact that we live in a society where that stuff is largely irrelevant, except for the vestiges, you know, trapped in our skulls. Because I would be, I'm like slovenly. That's maybe not the right word. Sloth-like occasionally. I have lazy tendencies. Negative, please. And I'm content. Spent a lot of my life being content. I want to save some HP. I'm not necessarily pleased with this, but I think that it's probably better for us to have gotten the stats than the virus, and at least we got to roll the dice. But I think it's kind of like, you know, that's the struggle, is that if our ancestors had what we had, would they be happy? You know, uniformly or nearly uniformly? Possibly, but I think that the human brain is designed to look for problems and then solutions to those problems, you know? It's a blessing, but also a curse. It's a blessing because, I mean, we live in a world, at least in North America, of, like, considerable abundance a lot of the time. Not everybody, of course, but Elon Musk, the other day, posted a concept video, which I think there's a lot to make fun of here, but, he's also, like, incredibly ambitious and 10 times smarter than I'll ever be. Where it was like, hey, now boarding New York to Shanghai. And you're like, oh, cool. Did they invent some kind of plane that's going to be very fast? Nope. You know what they did? My dude is thinking, not saying he's gonna, but the concept art, at least, exists. Thinking about sending people up in one of those SpaceX rockets from New York to Shanghai. There is, without the human brain, nobody's doing that. We go, what are you going to do today? Oh, I was thinking I would eat a balanced mix of carbs, proteins, and fats, and then maybe watch some art. Nah, son, what are you going to do today? I'm going to solve an incredible problem. Maybe send human beings up in a rocket ship that hasn't even been invented yet that can then land on a, you know, mobile aquatic platform. Also, Elon, I got to ask, dude, are these people not going to be experiencing like 80 Gs during takeoff? This is, you're a smart dude. It's one of the questions I imagine that you've asked yourself many times. What do? Can you build a cabin resilient enough? The thing's gonna go like higher than the ISS. It gives us our ambition, but also our discontentedness, I think. So we don't need to do Boss Rush. Well, we do. We don't need to do it right now, but I'm gonna, because we got a pretty good run here. Sprinkler helps out, but to be honest with you, I love the Sprinkler with the Void. That's like the big draw here. It's almost like having it with Greed Mode. Wow, that was horrible. We're probably going to take a bunch of damage as a result of this. I also don't know if we actually can finish the negative path while simultaneously doing the Mega Satan fight, but we'll try to do both. Because if we could knock them both out, it would be quite nice for us. Okay, so you were just invisible for 100 years. Don't forget, there could be a black market there. I know what you're thinking. You're like, NL, you're accidentally going to go down to another floor. No, I knocked that out of my system earlier on the Caves 1, remember? That was the worst damage. He can't go over this. You can't go over there. You're gonna hit a wall, dude. So some of the shots from Sprinkler are indeed getting Holy Light. That's really the, I don't want to say end game, but that's the ideal situation for us, is that we get these Holy Light shots occasionally from Sprinkler to hit enemies. And if they do, amazing. You know, that justifies like 20 misses. I think we had one there too. Haven't been playing particularly well on this boss fight, but, you know, wherever we go, there we are. Did we get a range upgrade? I feel like we should not be hitting enemies from this far away. Oh, you stand like literally no chance. The sprinkler array is actually working. We could use a higher rate of fire. I don't want to always be that guy. I think we did get a tears up in the boss rush bedlam there, but still, 8 rate of fire is not good. Hey, Locust of Conquest unlocked. Harlequin Baby is no good, but we don't have a choice yet. Go peep this. It's Book of Rev. Right. We saw it earlier. So we lost the ability to even take Harlequin Baby. That's something I learned a long time ago, but forgot about. Unfortunately, in the moment, right there. Still, very little to worry about. With the map, we probably could do the Hush fight, and we do need to. I don't. I might save that one for a future Ryan, because as I was looking for a way out of that situation, I did not see it. It's just a little too much to accomplish on one run. Plus, like, we don't have very much money. And I'm not leaving that cent behind because of the, you know, because it fits my agenda there. It's more, I don't want to risk possibly hitting the red heart to pick up a single penny. Which is probably why I'm not in the upper tier of Isaac players and rest firmly in, like, the A- tier. Despite playing, you know, almost as much as anybody else. Outside of, you know, a few noteworthy outliers. Good. Spirit Arts would have been better, but that's also okay. But yeah, you know, we'll save something for a future run, because the Mega Satan, there's like an order of magnitude more difficulty getting a Mega Satan victory versus getting a Hush victory. Not because Mega Satan is harder, but because it's harder to will it into existence. So, I think if we focus on getting negative Mega Satan taken care of, that's good enough. I know we have Steam Sale, I know we have Restock. Things could change. You know, we got guaranteed deals with the devil. And we know how to use them on occasion. We got guaranteed deals. We know how to use them on occasion. So this will probably ruin the sprinkler, but we haven't had Mom's Knife in forever, and the damage output is real good. Still might not do the Hush fight. It's not like I have Roundtable in 17 minutes or anything. If I were the boss fight, na. I'd eat me a banana, no. I'd sit in the treetops. Why Sylvester Stallone sings Raffi. And swing on a vine, one thing's for sure, I would love you, Adrian. Na, da. See, the joke writes itself. Ring, banana phone, Adrian. Ring, banana phone, Adrian. I've got my hunches, Adrian. They're the bunches. It's the best. Beats the rest, but not me. Cellular, modular, interactive, modular, Adrian. Ring. This is actually like, dude, this bit would have killed in the 1970s. Now is no good. You know, we expect something a little bit more cerebral. It just seems like a man casting off the psychological shackles of sanity. See, the joke is he says Adrian. Oh my god. You're giving me too many options here. I'm not gonna fight Hush. It's not the right run. We don't get much from going down. Let's just focus. You got not a lot of HP and a long life ahead of you. I almost did it. Straight up. Oh, yeah, we can't even get shovel payouts down here. It's really, it's an HP-related concern at this point. Nah. The damage is out of control. We should basically crap on pretty much any enemy we come across, including bosses. As long as we don't miss with that first knife shot. But we're not, and I hesitate to say this because it's gonna, you can take it out of context a little bit and, you know, oh, look at the stats. We're not that strong. We're very, very powerful. We're not that strong. You know, we can only get hit a few times before it would have a sincere and immediate impact on the run. Especially considering all the enemies left to face. But I mean, we're getting like speedrunny here towards the end. Okay. Maybe we had already done that. I don't think so, though. So the idea is, and I could be mistaken here, but the idea right now is we fight the lamb, and I hope after fighting and killing the lamb that we gain whatever you get. You get the post-it note, basically. There's no need to belabor the point. Get out of here. If we do, then we can fight Mega Satan. If we don't, we'll still fight Mega Satan. I'll just be a little bit more annoyed by the situation. It's an ideal run to accomplish as much as possible. To be honest, we probably could have fit the Hush fight in. Could have fitted the Hush fight in, but it's better this way, I think. Just because if it had gone terribly wrong, losing out on the extremely rare, like, get-out-of-jail-free dynamic Mega Satan appearance is not catastrophic, but demoralizing. I don't even remember what you get for knocking this guy out anyway. Demoralizing. Let's see, that's like a reference to second season of Master of None. This is why I chose not to go to the Hush fight. Just seemed like the potential for this level of disaster was high. We might even die to Mega Satan, but the damage is such that we shouldn't. Does depend a little bit on, oh no. Whether or not we take damage here, I think. No explosives, please? Okay. Maybe we should be hoping for the explosives. That was actually relatively easy to dodge. These. You ain't no Isaac, dude. I can dodge those shots all day. Oh, not that one, apparently. Stop it. What you got for me? Homing shots. That's a bummer. So I'm trying to shoot diagonally. Oh, it worked, but I missed the hitbox somehow. Oh, okay, just kill the lamb. No. Did we get the post-it note? We don't. Oh, you gotta try, dude. You gotta try. Don't get hit, don't get hit, don't get hit. Don't get hit. Alges, AWAS should do nothing. The Gaz, that's the one. Okay, so what do? Alges, Huggalos. You take get out of jail free. You walk back to the spawn room. You use get out of jail free. You walk back to where the Alges is. You carry that into the boss fight. And you use it against Mega Satan when he uses the most attacks that are nearly undodgeable. Hopefully we can still go back in there. If we can, I'm going to be real cheesed. I'm just going to be indefensibly ornery about the whole situation. But I think we're going to get that Mega Satan payout. I am a little rattled by the fact that it doesn't look like we'll get the lamb payout. But you know what? It was an easy fight, and we had to check. To tick off as many post-it notes, not to speed up as much as possible, but just to be, you know, fun. It's just fun to knock out as many of those as conceivably we can right off the bat. So, the idea, I think, is that we probably wait to pop Alges until the second phase, or rather, wait to pop Alges until we get hit once, just so we maximize the likelihood of our survival. Okay, that's just horrible. It should not have happened that early. Oh, I can't even hit him by standing there. That's a bummer. Should pop Sprinkler down. We're gonna have to fight Mega Satan without getting hit. So we might actually end up accomplishing nothing if it all goes crashing down. No, you don't understand. You gotta go. Algiz is over. It is shooting knives. I actually thought it would just do nothing. Or rather, maybe just have like a little knife that pokes out or something. But the fact that it shoots the knives is actually fairly strong. Who was the most likely to hit us? Probably the wave that we got hit on. But this is also not easy. This wave with like the fires and, you know, the weird bouncing shots and the et ceteras and the what force. Yeah, this is what I mean. We have done it. I mean, we got hit once, so I'm a little bummed out, but dude. No, not today. Not on zero. Okay, we got Locust of Death. We got Mort Baby, which is a co-op thing. And we got a lot of that post-it note filled in. But for now, thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, click the like button. Helps out a great deal, of course. Subscribe if you want to see more in the future. But for now, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.